Hello everyone! Greetings from Kharkov, Ukraine. My name is Svetlana Mucha and I am the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com. Today we will discuss with you a very romantic and a very controversial topic. We will talk about love at the first sight. Can love at the first sight be real? As a matchmaker who has been in the dating business for almost 13 years, I can honestly tell you that I do not believe in love at the first sight. What do I mean? So often my clients are subscribers of our YouTube channel, my readers, and I'm a published author of 2 books already, but they both are in Russian language. I hope that the next one will be in English. So often people ask me like, oh, do you believe in love at the first sight? Or why I can't just fall in love with the right person? When I will meet him or her, I will just know that he or she is the one. And usually I tell that, no, you won't. Why? Because movies and books, they show us this pretty picture that you meet this girl or this boy and everything is like in slow motion. The wind is blowing her hair and the music is playing in the background and you don't notice anyone around and all you see is just her or just him and you instantly know that he or she is the one. Before starting filming this video, I have actually asked our operator Sasha has he ever experienced love at the first sight, and he has shared that he has fallen in love with his now girlfriend from the very first sight. I think it is important to add that his girlfriend is a professional actress and Sasha is a professional, not only professional cupid and operator, he also does real plays in the real theater with real actors, so he's surrounded by this really emotional, really charismatic and really artistic crowd. And it is very different from, for example, being surrounded by IT programmers or by teachers or by professional athletes, because the level of flirt, the level of romance, the level of creativity will be way different. Sometimes our clients, both male and female, share stories with us that his ex-girlfriend or even his ex-wife or her ex-boyfriend, it was love at first sight. And you know what? Usually they got this real strong attraction, physical attraction, they really like the way they look, and the very reasons why they have broken up later was the fact that they didn't actually get to know each other thoroughly, and this relationship, they were never meant to be because they were based on this strong sexual physical attraction. I don't want to tell right now that love at first sight doesn't exist. I have seen it with some couples. Yes, we have matched couples over the years that at the first date attraction was so strong, like you can literally touch it. And I remember one couple, the gentleman, he was supposed to meet 4 ladies. He met the first girl, we will name her Anna, and he really liked her that much, and you could tell that it was mutual, that he said that, okay, Svetlana, cancel the rest of the dates, I just want to keep going out with Anna. Of course, as a matchmaker, I know that it is risky, because I have seen it so many times when attraction is that strong on the first date, on the second date it is still strong, but after date number 3 or 4 it starts fading and people lose interest after date number 5 or after they get intimate. So I was skeptical. But in their case, attraction just grew stronger and they ended up dating for almost 2 years before they got engaged. Then they were engaged for almost a year and a half and now they are happily married and live in the US. But such stories, they are unique. So I can honestly tell that within the last 13 years, I can think of just a few stories when it was so-called insta-love and people were really attracted to each other. It is true that artistic people, creative people, people who truly work in artistic field, I think they tend to fall in love at the first sight more often. From my observations, people who work in less creative or less artistic fields I think that chances that there will be insta-love, they are just lower. You can agree or you can disagree with me. Please share your thoughts in the comments below this video. It will be interesting to hear your opinion and to start an interesting discussion with the community of international dating lovers. But I will be honest with you, chances that right on the first date you will feel these crazy butterflies in your stomach, they are ridiculously low. Because a lot depends on your attitude. And don't forget that first dates are usually stressful. And of course, scenarios can be different. If, for example, you have met, let's say, in the airport and it was a memorable experience, in a sense that, for example, you were so afraid to fly and she's a professional flight attendant and she has helped you survive this flight by telling some stories and entertaining you, and you feel so grateful. It does sound a little bit like the start of the movie, doesn't it? So, of course, when emotions are high, when you get lots of adrenaline during the first date, such scenes are memorable and, of course, they imprint on us and they stimulate us in a way to think that this person is more unique, this acquaintance is more exciting, it is more different. But let's face it, not all dates can happen in unique situation, with a unique scenario, when, for example, he has saved you from the taxi that has almost hit you, or, for example, you have met in the elevator that got stuck and you had to spend the 3 hours together, and not always it is a romantic experience as well. So in the majority of cases it will be a boring, standard, traditional date. Boring, of course I don't mean that the date will be boring, but it will be classics. You go out on a dinner or it's a coffee date, you meet each other, you talk, you see if there is attraction in a way that you find her physically attractive, she finds you physically attractive, you are not bored with what she is telling you and you haven't bored her to death. Then, of course, to expect that right on the first date you will know that she is the one, it's a little bit naive and it's a little bit childish. Different people develop romantic feelings on a different speed. So some people, they are just more emotional, and after 2 dates they claim that, okay, I love her, she is the one, or I love him, he is the father of my future kids. Because you know what, 10 years ago I have read that article that I will meet someone in 10 years and he will have a sign on his cheek, and you see the mole on his cheek, so it means he's the one. Because you know what, some people are just more emotional and they try to look for some signs, and when there are no signs, they will create these signs themselves. For example, they have read an article in the magazine, or they have once met a gypsy, and the gypsy said to her that, oh, you will meet your beloved in winter, and you know what, it is winter, so it is destiny, and etc., etc. So some people, they like creating this extra drama, they thrive on this drama. They mix drama with romance, while other people, they are more logical, and I believe that love has to be not only emotional, but it has to have logic, it has to have more sense if we are talking about lasting serious relationship. Attraction should be there, but attraction is built of so many layers. Physical attraction, it's just a cherry on top. You meet someone, you like the way he or she looks, she matches your type, we all have a type. Trust me, most of ladies will tell you that they are attracted to tall, muscular guys with light eyes or dark eyes, lighter skin tone or darker skin tone, but many end up marrying guys that don't look like that. So when you meet someone, of course, if this person looks healthy, you can feel this physical attraction, or you can start looking for faults. But to tell if it is love and if two of you have future, you have to go through so many layers, you have to explore so many layers of each other's personalities to claim that there can be love and there can be real attraction. Just think how many times you have met someone and you instantly have felt this strong attraction to this person. You find that this person, oh, she's so beautiful, or she's so hot, or there is special energy about this person, and later on you had just had to face the truth that the feeling was not mutual and the other person simply does not return your feelings and doesn't find you that attractive. So to claim that insta-love or love at first sight exists, I think it is a little bit too much. People romanticize this experience, and movies help to do it as well, in books. If this theory really worked, that you can tell from the first sight that this person is the one, then we won't have these dates when you feel attracted but the other person is not attracted and is ghosting after 2 dates, or is ghosting after the first date, or has given you the wrong phone number. And also a lot depends on your attitude. When your attitude is right, when you're truly open-minded, when you are relaxed, when you have surrounded yourself with things you like, with people you love, and you feel loved by your colleagues, your parents, your friends, your favorite job, you are doing things that you really enjoy, then it is easy to attract right people into your life, and it is easier to claim that, oh, I have felt this insta-love. You're just in the right place with the right attitude and with your game on. When you do not feel confident, or you do not feel happy, for example, you hate your job, or you're still not over your ex, even if that so-called insta-love would be knocking on your door and there will be ladies parading in the streets, you won't notice them because you would be too focused on your negative thoughts, too focused on your problems. So to expect or not to expect love at the first sight, I think it is naive to expect it. I think the healthier, smarter strategy is to go out on a date with the attitude that, okay, I will meet a new person and I hope that we will like each other. I hope I will have a good time. I will learn something new, and hopefully I will show something new to this new person and she will also have a good time. If it will be mutual, then we will go out on a second date again. If unfortunately for whatever reason she won't be interested in me, or I won't feel that interested in her, well, it's life and it can happen. But still, I'll recommend you to give it 2 or 3 dates, because judging just on one date, it's a little bit too much. You can't put so much pressure. Many singles base their dating strategy on this idea that the grass will be greener on the other side and there is plenty of fish in the sea and you can always swipe right or left or choose another dating app. So if, for example, right on the first date they don't feel the butterflies that they believe they should feel, they give up on this person and move on to the next one. And you know what? They can be swiping right or left and meeting new people for 5 years, 10 years and more. They can invest lots of time into it and get even more frustrated because they don't feel these butterflies as they have imagined they will feel in their stomach. Not all people are emotional or artistic enough to fall for this love at the first sight scene. Not all people like this extra drama and extra emotions. Not all people are capable of it. And for majority of people, and it is not a bad thing, you have to actually get to know a person in front of you to fall for this person. You have to spend time with this person. And it is almost impossible to tell that, okay, I love her after 2 hours of a date. 2 hours, you don't really know her. All you can tell that the final layer, the cherry on top, like physical appearance, you find it attractive. But it is not enough for a real relationship. So often people can't really tell if the feeling was mutual. For example, not so long ago, the gentleman, our client, he went out on a date with a lady and he has given us the feedback that, oh, the date went really well and we have really liked each other. We really had a great time and we were talking all the time and I definitely want to go out with her again. He didn't even have any doubts that the lady liked him back. Well, the lady has given the feedback that yes, he's a nice guy, he's sweet, and we had a nice conversation, but I have felt zero physical attraction to him. There was no chemistry at all. So why such different feedback? Because pretty often people are not attentive to their partner. For example, the gentleman has really liked the way the lady looked, and she had this pleasant, easygoing personality. She was polite, she didn't show that she didn't like him because she has good dating experience and she's just natural with people, it can happen too. So the gentleman has decided that if he liked her, it has to be mutual. Some ladies also fall for this mistake. For example, after the first date, the lady gives us the feedback that, wow, we had such a good time. He was talking all the time. He was asking me questions and I have really enjoyed the date. And I definitely want to go out with him and we want to do this and that. And then we ask the gentleman, he's telling that, I had to do most of the talking, she was shy and I had to ask most of the questions and I don't really want to see her again. So to judge just by one date, it's not that smart. My advice is go out on at least 2 or 3 dates and see how it will go. You can tell me right now that, oh, I will have to invest into 3 dates. Well, it's not like you have to take her to the restaurant with 3 Michelin stars for the first and second date, unless she is like 20 years younger than you are, and then she will expect that you will have to wow her. You can go on a lunch date, on a dinner date. For the second date, if the weather is great, go for a walk. If it is summertime, have some drinks in the park, like lemonade or coffee. For the third date, you can do whatever you want. I don't recommend like movie for the third date, maybe for the date number 4, because movie you won't be able to do talking that much and it is more intimate and not all people are comfortable with intimacy on the second or third date. So fourth date for the movie night sounds more appropriate to me. But after 2 or 3 dates, at least you will see if it is mutual, if the interest is mutual. You will see if your interest is still there. You will see if new things that you find out about the person in front of you are as pleasant to you and you like them as much as your first impression. So if you expect butterflies in your stomach on the first date, or sparkle, or strong insta love, I will recommend you to get over yourself a little bit and to manage your expectations. Unless you are 15 or 17 and you still believe that the fact that that girl has chosen to sit next to your friend means that she wants to go to prom with you. Well, if you are adults, please stop believing into these fairy tales that movies dictate to us. Yes, it can happen that you will go out on a date and you will have such a great time and it will be mutual and you will be smitten with her the more you will get to know her better, and usually this is the way it happens. But again, it depends on your attitude, it depends on your flirting skills, it depends if you are in a happy place yourself, if you are open, truly open to meet someone, if you are happy being in this current job, if you're happy to be in this exact city, if you like the way you look, happy people do attract happy people. Guys, I hope it makes sense to you and I hope you will share your thoughts in the comments below this video. I want to wish you love, I want to wish you only successful dates with right people, with the right attitude when the time is right. Svetlana Mukha for Diolli.com, with love.